criminals to protect the name of the Fulanis. Like, there are criminals, they say, in every tribe. Fine. It is the work of the government, of the law, to catch criminals. Once you commit crime, right, you go down for it. No sacred cow, no special treatment for everybody. That means if the armed Fulani terrorist goes after the indigenous people, it is the job of the government to crush them, not the people getting to notice that there is actually a special treatment, preferential treatment for this kind of criminals in Nigeria. You get it now? Rather than face the problem, they want to treat the symptom. And to pacify, God knows, the sponsor of these terrorists in that contraption, Igbo politicians would rather throw their people under the bus, just like that. A Methodist prelate or so was abducted. He gave his personal experience to the media when he paid ransom, 100 million naira ransom to terrorists before they released him. Did Soludo tell them in America about this person? Or did Soludo believe that many people in that room don't know the truth? Here is somebody that went through the hand of Soludo's imaginary Igbo terrorist.
Let me show you the road. They took us to old road where they wrote "Welcome to the Imo" and "Goodbye from Abia." You know, we share boundary. Old road to Isochi. Then they say, "You know this road?" I said, "I don't know." I pretended because it's my village. Ube is my village. I said, "I don't know the place." They said, "Follow this road. You get to somewhere. You will see people there." So I followed the road. We followed the road, three of us, until we saw people. But what pains me most is that these people told us that they are going to bring, after buying enough weapons, they bring all those that have been put in disarray, driven away from Zamfara, Katsina, Zambisa forest, that they are all coming to locate themselves in Igbo land, that there's no security in Igbo land, that they will come there and then they will deal with us. And that the dumb man was just flippant. Maybe he took something. He said, "Do you know Ibadan? Lagos Expressway? We are in all the bush there. We're everywhere there. We're also in the south. And so we are waiting for the slightest signal. We will finish you people and take over this land." They claim that Nigeria belongs to Fulani. They said that is why we are afraid of. You know, I've been talking about this open grazing and this road. They have a plan. They have a plan. And I accuse the soldiers who are not non-Christians. Some of them are Fulani. They are part of it. Because they are shooting this man. You know, when our people wanted to comb the bush, the soldiers said, "If you move a step, we'll finish you. Don't go there." So they know where the boys are. They know the location. And what they do is in the daytime, they use their cow to confuse people. Then after,
I bet that man's personal experience he shared is what Soludo took to America to say, "Oh, they are waiting for Wizu," and all of that. What did they do? Did they find the kidnappers of that man? No, they didn't. He paid ransom. That is why he's still alive. There are many others that, they didn't live to tell the story. And you want to know what it is? For those ones they claimed to have cows, when they provoke the villagers whose main occupation is farming, then they will bring their cows on the farms, feed their herd, feed their cows with the planted, what do you call it? Farm, so to say. They will feed their cows with that same pump, like they will be uprooting, if it's cassava, for instance, if it is maize, they will be cutting it and feeding their cows. And whenever the owner tries to resist them, he or she will be attacked. And if she's not lucky, she'll be killed. Now take a look at what that kind of look like.
Banyak orang kan bayar lagi mun gol kita banyak. Banyak orang itu kan. Dar. Pai kai pali di jogo. Oh, nilai dulu wala joke ni. Dunari wadi joke. Oh, nilai wala joke. Banyak waktu itu. Banyak waktu tidak. Oh, nilai banyak dura tane ia pagi jinne. Wallahi banyak dura. Dari. Wallahi dikari banyak. Bida noi. Banyak rambut. Wai mai tu mau buat ini. Banyak wai. Wai apa banyak wai. Banyak. Banyak wala apa dia. Banyak. Kak, why on me? I do now. Ingala dulu. Ay, dikari ala dulu. Lohuki. Ay, how can get ala gahat? Dikari ala dulu ra. Rara ini tu dulu. Hanya angkat. Dulu apa tu? Banyak foto dia banyak. Wah, kami like banyak ya nata. Banyak ya ni. Banyak wat. Cek. Banyak foto. Campur kuning. Sampah. Karena banyak kapio. Tuna. Banyak dikari pagi ini.
That's someone's farm, the cassava farm. So when they tell you that don't call them Fulani this or don't call them Fulani that, those are Fulani terrorists. What those ones are doing, destroying somebody's farm that way, is an act of terrorism, trespassing. That is criminal. People like that should never be excused to actually escape justice. You know what I mean? But not in Nigeria. Those guys are walking everywhere freely right now. So no one would expect an authority, somebody who is a governor, at least, be honest, even if you want to package the lies in a way, not the one that will be a damaging one for years to come. Do you not understand what that is? If this is something they tell themselves in private, the reason why this insecurity in Nigeria festers, right, is because they probably says it's the Yorubas that are killing themselves, not the Fulanis kidnapping them. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe they said that to themselves. And somehow, if not them, they kill themselves, then well, there's no point in, when they are tired, they will stop. So meaning nothing real or nothing concrete is being done to combat insecurity since, you know, we just must tell ourselves the truth. Now we they do ourselves. Even when that is being premised on a false fact. Eh? The bigotry that, you know, APC, Egbekegbe, they have succeeded in institutionalizing in Nigeria has caused so much kind of unnecessary pains for Nigerians. I'll use that because in this context, right, where all of you are supposed to be one Nigerians. However, since the emergence of the APC, Egbekegbe, over the years, they have managed to put the wedge between the fair, the fair boundary that others before them did manage to handle well, or even well enough that a lot of people even felt like they are fighting for one country. When APC, Egbekegbe came, they wanted to save their country. So they followed the Al-Qaeda People's Congress, APC, Egbekegbe. Today, the country is so terrorized, it is so divided, and then, you know, tribalism, ethnicism, bigotry from the deepest part of hateful heart of men, from all sides, by the way, is now more or less like a national tragedy. Again, using the context of the one Nigeria, which, of course, it's not real. Okay. We are one. We are one. No, we are not. However, even if we are not like one that way, we'll still end up being like neighbors, right? And there's something called mutual respect. Mutual respect. Tradition, I'm going to say cultural, traditional exchange and exchanges that allows people of different or similar backgrounds to, you know, live together peacefully. That died, or maybe resurrected enough that the division is highly pronounced. I think it was last year when South Africans were coming for Nigerians. Remember that time? And you know, Black South Africans are very much like popular for their xenophobia. Xenophobia. Something that a lot of them called, no, it is called self-preservation. Those ones who hate their fellow Africans, and with their own reasons. So when they started with the Nigerians, as usual, it was that moment that the Ronukus, the Ronu bastards, jumped into the wagon to tell the South Africans that, hey, those people that you call, those one you are calling Nigerians, they are not Nigerians. They are Igbos. They were advocating at the time for South Africans to destroy and burn Igbo businesses only because they are giving Nigeria a bad name. That was the first time, almost like less than a year of Tipnumu being your president. It was tragic. Reactions followed. South Africans who are willing to destroy Nigerian businesses, they said, well, they don't know any Igbo or Yoruba. They just know them as Nigerians or Jollof. That's the slur word they use on Nigerians in South Africa. They call them Jollof or something like that. meaning when they want to deal with Nigerians, they don't care whether you are Igbo or Yoruba. Anyway, it will later discover that there are actually a sizable number of Yorubas who are running businesses in South Africa. Again, facts for facts. That didn't go down well per se for them because, fortunately, those ones who actually live in South Africa bonded together around that time, and I believe they minimized any form of aggression towards them. But why would Nigerians, that other Africans see as Nigerians, I think Africans know better now. A lot of them actually knows better now, thanks to the internet and the social media. They now know about how divided the contraption is, even if they are faking this their love. They do know. And just a few weeks ago, a video surfaced on social media. It is that of the Igbo community in Accra, right, where they nominated their leader and then crowned him as the Eze Undi Igbo of Accra, of Ghana. An idea that is pretty much like ceremonial, right? He's got no real authority anywhere. He's a leader of a nationality, so to say, who are what? Who are, visitors, investors, residents, what have you, to Ghana. Meaning they are a community contributing something to the Ghana economy. And this idea of Africans, even I'm using Africans now because including other African countries, including Ghanaians themselves, who have left the shores of Ghana, right? Who have formed different associations just to keep in touch, keep a bond as a community, support one another. Then the idea of crowning any of them, right? This culture, this tradition actually varies. I am a Yoruba man. And if you go to northern part of Nigeria or any other part of Nigeria today, where they have the same number of Yorubas or Yoruba community, you'll get to see a Yoruba ceremonial Oba, which is just for his community of Yorubas and their interest in that particular area. It is kind of like a common practice. Like, I don't know why that is a thing, but then that's a simple explanation. The idea is just to give somebody, a leadership authority to guide them while the rest of them work together as a community. So it was published then that, they crowned an Eze Undi Igbo, Ghana. There was nothing much about it. Those who are Igbos or friends of Igbos celebrated that. Then maybe another few weeks or so later, and a video of the same individual surfaced again. In fact, he's actually got his own social media handle. So he published his project for the community in Ghana. What is the project? Whether they pull money together or he single-handedly purchased it, he declared to his Igbo in Accra that he had acquired 50 acres of land where they will build a community that will serve, again, the Igbos. And it will be called Igbo Kingdom. Now, put that in asterisk, right? Because that singular two words, Igbo Kingdom, has now become a weaponized word. They've now become a weaponized stuff like words. Where, how can you go to another man's land and say you are building a kingdom when everybody understands that? What kingdom? Right? A kingdom without any authority. They know that literally, right? But that won't fit the agenda. Again, in reaction, some ignorant, and I don't know how to actually describe them, some ignorant Igbos, right? Maybe ill-informed Igbos, they made videos by bragging of how everywhere you go to in Ghana now, if you speak Igbo, somebody is going to reply you in Igbo, meaning the Igbos are you see this problem of, especially the problem of Nigeria.